distracting. I kept looking at that, thinking,
fabulous, isn't it?
Oh, it is, but that's what you're wearing on the cover of Cool Yule, the new CD.
My milliner whipped it up.
It is you have some milliners, you have some dressers. You look great.
Thank
you
you
look better
so
and better.
We're both wearing navy blue.
Yes. Yes. So sit down if you want.
Thank you very much.
Stay a while. Tonight is the first night of Hanukkah.
Yes, it is indeed.
And it's very nice to spend the first day of Hanukkah with you.
Why, thank you.
Can we call that the first day, or is tomorrow the first day?
I think tonight's the first night. So
First
you
night,
call it
so.
the first night, yeah.
So, but is today the first day?
No.
No. Tomorrow's the first day.
It starts at sunset.
Okay, but we do have a question.
Go ahead.
Okay, now you are Jewish.
I am.
So what the heck are you doing Christmas songs?
What?
Why are you doing Christmas songs?
Well, there are really only 2 Hanukkah songs, you know, 2 great Hanukkah songs.
But you could have written some. You could have made some up.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
Why aren't you?
You know what? I'm going to do that.
It's a good idea. I am the entrepreneur.
Berlin can do it. I can do it too.
Of course you can.
Oh, he was much more talented than I. He wrote White Christmas.
I was just going to tell you that.
Yeah.
I sang that in my grammar school play.
Did you really?
I sang White Christmas.
Now, what's your voice? Are you an alto or a soprano?
Who knows?
Come on, Martha. Just give us a couple of notes. You're an alto. Okay,
yeah.
I'm an alto too.
But I loved singing that on the stage in front of the entire school because we were doing the Little Train That Could, you know, that lovely play, and
I think I can.
But I didn't sing that. I sang White Christmas.
Go ahead, Martha.
No, you do it. You sing it because it's on here.
It is. I sang it on my
love it. It's the last one. It's number 11, and I love that. But so, what are you doing with this?
Well, we're auctioning this off for my nonprofit New York Restoration Project, keeping New York clean and green for 11 years. We had our big gala last couple months ago.
Oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Halloween. It was Halloween, and I was there, and I sat at a really great table.
She came as a Playboy bunny. She pretended she came as a cat, but she really came as a Playboy bunny. You look fabulous.
I had a great time. There were a lot of nice men there.
Oh my God, so many.
Oh my gosh. I was flirting with all kinds of interesting men that night.
Is that why you come to my parties?
Yes.
Well, why not?
You put me at a good table.
A fabulous table. Oh. Willie Nelson was our honoree.
I sat right next to Willie Nelson.
Yes, it was fantastic.
And he was very talkative.
Yes, charming.
And but then I also sat next to Glenn Close's new husband.
Yes, very attractive.
He's very flirtatious.
Man, yes.
Except he was dressed as a toothless. And it was very disturbing. He was dressed as a toothless hippie. Like a Vietnam,
and she was too.
A Vietnam guy that he didn't go to Vietnam.
A veteran.
No.
Oh no, a draft dodger. I see. Well, there's only those that served and those that didn't.
And every time he smiled, he had hardly any teeth. It was really awful. But he was he's probably pretty cute in real life.
Oh,
right?
He's adorable. Yeah, and she's fabulous too. Love them both.
So
moving right along, Martha.
A little distracted here. You asked me. I wanted to teach you something. We do this kind of prompting to our celebrity guests to find out what they really want to do. And she did really want to learn a little homekeeping.
I did indeed.
And you brought me a whole pile of socks with holes in them. Are these clean?
They're perfectly clean.
Are you sure?
They've all been laundered.
They have. But these are like fancy cashmere socks.
They're fancy cashmere socks, and they cost a fortune.
So, like, how much is a pair of socks?
I'm not going to tell you. Shh, don't talk about it.
Where do you get these?
Someone gave them to me.
Oh, yeah, right. But anyway, she gets holes. Are these your toenails?
Those were my toenails, but they're very fine socks.
I know, but
I went and had a pedicure. I swear I did.
How do you get so many holes all in the same place? Look. There's one. There's one.
It's my big toe.
There's one. There's another
big toe,
one.
It means you're very bright.
And there's another, all in the toes. Now, what about the heels?
Nothing in the heels.
See,
I don't walk back on my heels. I sort of go forward on my heels.
Always running.
Always running.
On your tiptoes.
Yeah. Well, Martha, how are your socks?
My socks never wear out. I have cashmere socks.
You do?
Never wear out.
Well, why not?
I don't know. My shoes never wear out. My socks never wear out.
You're just too good. You're just too good for this.
Too good to be true.
You are too good for this. Okay, I'll tell you the story. I have wanted to learn to darn for 35 or 40 years. And no one ever taught me. I would say to people, do you know how to darn? They'd say, of course not. But now, my mom and dad lived through the Depression, so my mom and dad always said, never throw anything away. But she did not teach me, my mom did not teach me to darn.
Okay.
So the fact that Martha Stewart is teaching me to darn.
Needle and thread.
I'm so excited. I am deeply excited.
I must tell you, this cashmere yarn also costs a fortune.
Really? I didn't know that. Do you have to use cashmere yarn?
Well, if you're going to be repairing cashmere socks, I would suggest that you use cashmere. Oh, no, I fixed those. I fixed those
too. You did? You fixed them? Oh, my God.
I fixed those.
Okay.
We fixed those. Those were what we had to show.
They're
See, look,
gorgeous.
There's a darning.
Martha, that's beautiful.
Okay, where's the other one?
I don't know.
Where's the other one?
Oh, here it is. Here it is. So I can't lose that. All right, here we go.
Look. Perfect.
Beautiful.
When it's done, it is a patch that your mother would be proud of.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
And now my mother did teach me how to darn. These are cashmere too.
Well, yes.
So you wear socks all the time?
No, I just wear the junky ones from
Okay. So here's what you do.
Now.
Here's what you do. You take your thread and you go back and forth in little loops over your hole.
So you go zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah. Okay. So you do it from the top to the bottom,
to the bottom to the top, top to the bottom. Just go across.
Okay.
Yep, and then go back again, like very.
Do you have a knot in the thread?
No, you don't even have to. Yeah, just hold. Okay.
Okay.
So now go back the other way. That way.
Oh, that way.
Yep. Sort of like serpentine.
Okay.
And go close, close, close.
Oh, close.
Yeah, very close. Are your eyes good?
My eyes are awful. I'm practically blind.
This is what really is the problem. You know, when we're young, we can just be doing all of this so easily, and then I notice that it gets really harder and harder to be doing little things like this. Now, once you get all these zigzags back and forth, you have to keep going. It takes patience, but this is a very good thing to be doing while you're at home writing those songs about Hanukkah that you're going to be writing. You're going to be humming and jotting down, and you're going to be doing all of this.
Well, I have an empire like yours, Martha. That's all I want.
Weave, yeah, right. You know, just weave over it, just like a basket, all the way, just as if you were really weaving. See what I'm doing?
I see.
Going up and under and over.
Oh, so you got that far, okay.
And you have to use, you must use one of the, this is yours.
Yeah, I brought that in. I found that.
So, where'd you find that?
Isn't that chic? I found it at an antique store. Isn't it divine? Look.
It is totally inappropriate.
And it's, inappropriate?
I don't like that. It's not nice. Is it antique?
It's an antique. Well, it's from the 50s. It's as old as I am.
I don't think it's a 50s.
Well, and you put your needles in there, and you put some thread in there, and then you sort of, the guy who sold it to me was he selling me a load of hooey? Well, I don't know. I think it's kind of marvelous.
Very rare, but that's how you darn a sock. So, and Bette Midler, I think that you should really give those socks away, the ones that have holes. People will pay a lot on eBay. If you put those on eBay, you raise money for your foundation. No. Wouldn't you buy these socks? Bette Midler socks, and you know they're hers if only the toes are worn out. So I'm going to put these on eBay and raise money for your foundation.
Thank you.
When we come back, Bette and I will be in the kitchen making delicious apple fritters for the first night of Hanukkah. Don't go away.
Coming up, Martha and Chef Michelle Richard have a delicious stuffed salmon recipe to show you. And later, Bette Midler performs a holiday song from her latest CD. Stay with us.
The first night of Hanukkah, which commemorates the rededication of the Jewish temple after it was vandalized by the Syrians more than 2,000 years ago. So that's what it is. It's a serious holiday.
Well, it's a serious holiday, but it's not as religious as some holidays.
No, and it's fun, and it's looked forward to.
And the food is fantastic.
Yes, it is. And one of the things that is served during the holiday, during the Hanukkah season, is that you have to have a fatty food.
Oh, really?
Yes,
for the oil.
But yes, it has to be oily, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do apple fritters that are cooked in oil.
Fantastic.
Not trans fat oil. We have looked, and we have gotten a non-trans fat oil, and
which would be what?
Well, you can get a vegetable oil that says it right on it now, whether it's non-trans fat or not.
Okay.
So and you should look for that. But the batter. So if you'd like to mix the dry ingredients.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's 1 1/4 cups of flour to 1/2 cup of fine yellow cornmeal.
And let me do the dry ingredients.
Okay.
I noticed.
A 1/4 cup.
Let me do the wet ingredients.
1/4 cup light brown sugar.
Okay. Good.
1 tablespoon baking soda.
That's a lot of baking soda.
Baking soda.
Okay.
Well, we're using buttermilk, and baking soda and buttermilk should be used in the same. They counteract each other.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt.
Okay.
And so now in the buttermilk, 1 cup of buttermilk, and you all love buttermilk, I hope. It's a very good thing to add to batters and to pancakes. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. What?
You just went like that. Glug, glug, glug,
I know,
glug,
but
glug,
I know
glug.
exactly. If you measured
you
that,
amazing?
I guarantee it would be a teaspoon.
Honestly. Martha, you take the cake. All right, go ahead.
So, but you cook a lot.
I cook a little bit. My husband does most of the cooking in the family. Thank
You're lucky.
Lord.
You're lucky.
I am very, very
And
lucky.
your daughter is off in China.
My daughter is in China,
Oh, lucky
and we
girl.
went to visit her.
And how was it? Where? What city?
Fantastic. We went to Beijing and we went to Shanghai.
Oh my gosh, isn't it phenomenal?
I ate Peking duck in Peking. A dream come true.
A
It was
dream,
fantastic.
isn't it delicious?
It was delicious. We couldn't get a bad meal there.
Stir that up.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Quicker,
Yep.
quicker.
No, not quicker. We want a lumpy batter. It's gonna
Okay,
be,
well,
we're
that's what
making
you're gonna
apple
get.
fritters. Now, we forgot in the first little conversation about your hat.
Oh, my hat.
Yes, is that a hat or a wig?
Well, Martha, I have hair.
No, but it looks sort of like a wig to me.
No, this is what you call your wig hat.
Okay, wig hat.
This is actually a hat that my milliner did whip up. His name is Rodney Gordon.
We
He's
all
fantastic.
have milliners, you know.
Well, you know, at one time everybody did have a milliner.
I
There's
know.
another thing that went out of favor.
Yes,
So I'm
indeed.
trying to bring hats back all by myself.
But how do we get that?
This hat, you can go to BetteMidler.com and you can click on the button that says Big Red Hat Auction and make a bid, and all the money goes to my nonprofit, which is New York Restoration Project. It's Parks and Gardens.
Fabulous.
And there you have
So come on over here.
it. Okay.
Now we're going to do the apples, and the actually the non-trans fat oil is heating to 360 degrees, and it's just about there.
That's a lot of oil, Martha.
Well, 4 inches of oil. Now
4 inches
But we're
of
making
oil?
a lot of fritters.
Well, I know, but
But it's not. You're not going to eat the oil.
no, I
You're
know.
gonna
It just
fry
seems
the
like an
food.
awful lot of oil. But you can put that in your crankcase afterward, and you can drive a car with that.
Indeed.
It's true.
Yes, it's
That's
true.
why-
It's true.
that's what-
Listen to Bet.
That's what Willie
And
Nelson.
ruin your car.
That's what Willie Nelson came to us and told us. He has a group called Biodiesel, and he's a big supporter of using cooking oil to power your car. And it doesn't leave the carbon footprint. It doesn't put out the bad gases that
Excellent.
regular gasoline does.
Have you tried it?
I have not yet. No, but I did buy a hybrid.
Okay,
I
good.
did buy
Okay.
a hybrid, and I get excellent mileage.
Excellent. So core your apple with that nice little apple corer. Now,
I don't
cut
have
yourself.
much upper arm strength, upper body strength.
You don't?
Martha, no.
Okay, you did it.
I did it. Oh my God, look at
Okay,
me.
now pull it out.
Okay, thank you.
So now we're going to slice. Let me just take that first little slice off. You eat that. Can you use a knife?
Sure.
Okay.
Can I use a knife? Yes, and a fork too.
No, but now remember, Bet is a very special person. We do not want her fingernails cut.
Oh, you're very
She's a
weird.
performer.
No, I
she has to
learned.
look
You're supposed
beautiful at all
You're
times.
supposed to put your fingers up here. I learned that
Yes,
from my
okay.
husband, yes.
So now 1/4-inch slices.
1/4-inch slices.
Yeah, that's good. You're
Oh, okay.
perfect. Perfect.
Oops.
And I was just having an argument with Angie. She said she was cutting things in 1/4 inch, but she was actually making them much, much thinner. I like apple in my apple fritters, don't you?
I certainly do.
Now you could, if you like, grate these apples and put them into the batter and just make apple fritters that way. What? What?
Oh, it's exhausting being near you. Honestly, Martha,
Okay,
you're driving
forget
me
it. Leave
crazy.
that.
No,
leave
I'm
that.
loving it. I'm
leave
loving
that.
it.
Leave that.
Just
Don't do
pulling
it
a
anymore.
chain, honey.
Now
I
you're
love
getting
it.
you're getting too close to the end now.
This is
I
really
worry.
good. No,
I
I'm
worry
really
about the
good.
end.
I have it clutched in my fingernails.
Okay.
There you go. There we
Okay,
go.
that's good. Up. That's enough. We have enough.
No, you can do it like this. My husband told me.
If Bet draws her blood on my show, I will be
There you
very
go.
unhappy.
I'm proud of myself. Okay.
So now we dredge the apples in a little flour first.
Okay.
Okay, notice I'm using your slices.
Okay.
And then we put them into the batter.
Okay.
Okay. And you can use your fingers for this, but don't answer the telephone. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's perfect.
It's just so gentle.
Drop those right in.
The oil that we usually,
And don't put your fingers in the oil. whatever
Okay.
you
No.
do,
Okay. All right.
Okay. Okay. Nice.
That's lovely.
Gentle.
I've never seen
Dredge.
oil so, it seems so discreet and so genteel. It's like the oil, when we fry, it's like, oh my God, get out of here. It's an explosion of fat.
Just be careful.
Well, what
I'm telling
level
you,
is your...
gentle, 360 degrees, and keep adjusting the heat, because as you add more, oh, look at the color they're turning. They're so beautiful. They are beautiful. Well, we're going to give fritters time to cook, and when we come back, they'll be ready. We hope.
Later, a divine performance by the divine Miss M. We'll be right back. Buy your new...
celebration of Hanukkah, Bette and I have just made the most beautiful looking apple fritters.
They are gorgeous.
And actually, I love apple fritters. I love them.
I've never had one.
And I was not Jewish growing up, nor am I Jewish as an adult.
Okay.
But
you're Jewish.
But I love apple fritters, and I love anything that has to do with Hanukkah, the celebration of Hanukkah. I used to be so jealous of my friends who had 8 days of gifts, and we had one little miserable day.
Well, I have to tell you, Martha, this is the first night of Hanukkah, and you have taught me how to darn. You've given me the gift of apple fritters, so I brought along a little something. I made a gift for you. I've written a gift for you, and I'd like to give it to you now, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. Uh-oh.
Martha Stewart, such a lovely lass. Cooking, baking, pruning trees while we sit on our asses. Martha Stewart, I don't like to grouse. But while I'm reading tabloids, she puts siding on her house. I never learned to darn. I can't rewire a lamp. I can't crochet a doily that's bigger than a stamp. I never hooked a rug or built a garden swing. So all I have to give you is this simple song I sing. Oh, Martha Stewart, now my home is art. Thanks to all the tasteful things I purchase at Kmart. Martha Stewart, my domestic queen. Please have a perfect Christmas like you're in your magazine.
That is really fun. Well, thank you. Happy Hanukkah. Taste an apple fritter.
Okay.
Doesn't her voice just sound better and better and better? I mean, it does. You're so fantastic.
Oh, my God.
And later on, Bette will perform from her album. We'll be right back.
Coming up, acclaimed...